ஹலோ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், வெல்கம் டு மணி கேமிங். வாங்க நம்ம டெட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் 2 வந்து கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாம். நேற்று நைட்டு பாதிலே விட்டுருக்கோம்.
Damaged beyond repair, Sam. No choice but to give up on this order.
ஹாய் ப்ரோ, வாங்க வாங்க, வெல்கம் டு த ஸ்ட்ரீம். இப்போ தான் ஆரம்பித்தேன். இந்த ஒரு டெலிவரியே நேற்று நைட்லேருந்து பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கேன் ப்ரோ, முடியல. இந்த வண்டி செட் ஆகலை. எவ்வளோ சேர்த்து வச்சுருக்கேன் பாருங்கள். வண்டியை மாற்றலான்னு பார்த்தா வேலை ஆகாது. ஓகே ஓகே, பார்த்துட்டு வாங்க. பிக் பாஸ் பார்ப்பீங்களோ? போய் இப்படி ஒரே ஏற்று. இந்த இடத்த மட்டும் கடக்கவே முடியல ப்ரோ. இதோட 4 வாட்டி இந்த இடத்துக்கு வந்துட்டேன். லைட்டாக டேமேஜ் ஆனாலும் மிஷின் ஃபெயிலியர் ஆகிடும். Deliver.
Hey, thanks. Risking your life to cross snowy mountains is a lot to ask of anyone. And rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover someone else's stuff, that's going above and beyond. You're one hell of a guy, seriously.
போதண்டா.
I'll confirm the contents of your cargo right away.
போய் பார்த்துட்டு வா.
This degree of wear and tear is fine. You did a great job getting it here. Thanks. Good job finding this. Honestly, There's no denying your incredible skill, and I really can't thank you enough. I'd like you to put this shelter on the chiral network.
இந்தா வெச்சிக்கோ. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 80% இடத்த கவர் பண்ணியாச்சு. அது ஆக்சிஜன் மாஸ்க் ப்ரோ. இதை பார்த்தீங்களா மிஷின் கன்னு. ப்ரோ நேற்று சரியான ஃபைட்டு ஒன்று. நம்ம ஸ்பேஸ் ஷிப் நொறுங்கி போச்சு.
Now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to calling ghost tech. From what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wavelength. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon is the product of research that leverages this principle.
இக்ஸோட மிஷின் கூட ஒரு பெரிய மிஷின்.
Objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, this means you can incapacitate enemies hiding behind walls and such. It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty powerful as far as ranged weapons go. You can't use it without
வெப்பன் யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கான்.
You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop,
நம்ம வண்டியை நொறுக்கிட்டாங்க. அதனால 3 பேரும் வந்து வண்டியை ரெடி பண்றதுக்காக போயிருக்காங்க.
You should be able to get some new and improved tech to help you out.
ஃபெஜைல் டுமாரோ ரைனி. இப்போ நம்ம மட்டும் இங்க டெலிவரி பண்ண வந்துட்டோம்.
I'm sure they'll hook you up with all kinds of goodies. Thanks again. You've been a big help. Definitely couldn't have managed this on my own. I'm still concerned about the armed survivalists to the south of here, not to mention Higgs and his future plans. So I'll be rooting for you to keep on doing what you can to make things better for us all. I don't know if I can come up with anything else to help with that, but I'm willing to give it a try. Your support would be appreciated too. Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo I'd like taken to South Fort Knott.
South Fort Knott எடுத்துட்டு போணுமா?
Be warned that this cargo can explode if handled improperly and should be considered extremely dangerous.
சரியா போச்சு.
So if and when you take this main order, handle it with the utmost care. Good luck with everything. I'll see you around.
ஏதோ பாம் எடுத்துட்டு போணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். எக்ஸ்ப்ளோசிவ்.
Apologies for the sudden call.
சொல்லு.
Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak.
Ghost.
I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knott and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, the better. When you are ready to proceed, you can pick up your next main order from the delivery terminal at this facility.
இங்கே வா. ஓகே.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, we should stay focused on our primary mission.
நம்ம வண்டி எங்க இருக்குது? இப்படி போய் இங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இப்படி போய் இப்படி வந்தோம். இப்போ திருப்பி இங்கே இருக்கு.
That end,
ரைட்ரா.
pick up the next main order from the Phantom Smith's delivery terminal.
வந்துட்டேன். யப்பா, சரியான ஸ்லோப்பு. அப்படியே ஸ்லோப்லேயே இறங்கி இங்கே போகணும். ரைட்டு.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DA. Updating information with data from within Chiral network coverage only.
எல்லாம் பாம்பு. அடா பாவீங்களா. A weapon. Special wave firing the cannon. Cradle crystal.
Order accepted. Thank you.
நாப்பா போடும்.
Commencing route creation.
ஐயோ 5 ஸ்டார்லாம் எடுக்கல ப்ரோ. 5 ஸ்டார்லாம் என்னைக்கு எடுத்து என்னைக்கு முடிக்கிறது? பல வருஷம் ஆகும்.
Delivery route finalized.
அங்கங்க ஒரு மீன் ஒரு சைடு, அவ்வளோதான் ப்ரோ. வேற மார்க் ஆகுதா இல்லையான்னு தெரியல.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
இங்கே ஒன்று, இங்கே ஒன்று, இங்கே ஒன்று. இந்த பாரு ப்ரோ, ரூட்டை போட்டு போட்டு போகிறதுக்குள்ளே உயிரே போயிடும் போல். இங்கே ஒன்று, இங்கே ஒன்று. வேறு ரொம்ப ஸ்லோப்பாக இருக்குது. இங்கே இறங்கிடும். நடுவில் வேறு பெரிய ரிவர் போதே. இந்த இடத்துல ஆழம் கம்மியாக இருக்குது.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
அவ்வளோதான்.
Delivery route finalized.
I'll see you around.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
ஏய், பிரேக்கு போட்டால் நிற்கவே மாட்டேது ப்ரோ வண்டி.
Let's get going.
யாரா நீங்கள்? அவ்வளோதான்.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
என்னது? ஐயோ இவனுங்களா? ஓடிடுவோம். ஒட்டிக்கிட்டே வரானுங்க.
Commencing route creation. சாரி ப்ரோ, எஸ்ஐஆர் ஃபார்ம் எடுத்துக்கினே வந்தாங்க. Delivery.
That's the way.
materials notwithstanding, I see you got here in a timely fashion. At one moment, while I confirm the cargo's condition. I doubt anyone but you could have delivered this in such excellent condition. You're simply incredible. Well now, this was not a delivery I was expecting you to bring to my door. I'm on the cusp of a break. Go ahead and connect your Cupid.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
On the network at last, eh? I've been waiting for this moment for so very long. This should enable me to increase the pace of my research into new defensive solutions. As for the cargo you brought me, it's the culmination of the Phantom Smith's recent efforts. I applied a few finishing touches, and voila! I can now share with you the data for a chiral cannon. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon that can be mounted onto pickup off-roaders. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BTs as well as ghost mechs. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survivalists that have been sighted recently. It's ghost mechs too. It's hard to say, but Higgs might be up to something. So that's all the more reason to have weapons suited to dealing with his minions. Ideally, this cannon would only be effective against BTs and mechs. Unfortunately, though, such firepower is more than enough to kill any human outright, so please use it wisely. In addition, I'm happy to share some new pickup off-roader tires that will significantly improve its traction. You can swap them in and out as you like when customizing your vehicles. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered mountain. Thank you again for your... I'll be sure to continue... I intend to look at a gift I was instructed to give you by my mentor. This cargo will allow you to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry, per Tarman's request, I believe. I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, though. In the meantime, please avail yourself of the private room here. I'll be sure to post the order by the time you wake up. So, go on and have a good nap.
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started. And to prepare for what's to come, I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patron's funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knott is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knott delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Father.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology, the fruits of our recent research. Oh, and my mentor also asked that you deliver a hearty good day to Tarman. Anyway, take on the main order and pick up the cargo.
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. In which case, these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and prioritize linking up the remainder of the continent. As always, I will contact you if and when I learn more. Don't let us down, Sam.
Order accepted. Thank you.
It's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge Baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified, and now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place, then.
Disengaging weapons restrictions. destination. Delivery route.
Just a little bit more.
The thoughts I tried to sway would not behave. I'm waiting for you to be laid out. Wait.
Okay, just a bit further now.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. Struth, Sam. This cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something for you. Feel free to use it. We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use and look into making improvements to the other armaments as well. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Fragile and the others should be back soon too. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knott. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private room to ensure you're well prepared for what's to come.
plans until they're out of commission. And that's not our only concern. Ghost mechs have been spotted in the region, and we have every reason to assume that they're making preparations to hinder our efforts. I'm afraid it's only going to get tougher from here on out. Once you've finalized your preparations, accept this main order from the delivery terminal.
Did you sleep well, Sam? Repairs to the DHV Magellan are now complete. We're ready for you to chart our next course. The main cannon is being fitted as well, but it'll take a while for it to be calibrated. I'll let you know when it's ready for use. Anyway, the new and improved DHV Magellan is now at your service. Finish off anything you need to do out there. Then prepare to continue expanding the chiral network. We're counting on you, Sam.
Sam, this is Charlie. Your next order requires that you accomplish two specific objectives. First of all, you are to proceed to the armed survivalist base and destroy all the chiral jammers you find there. So long as even a single one remains active, you will be unable to use your Cupid to link up the next facility. It is therefore essential that you remove this impediment before proceeding any further. Our latest reports indicate that there are hostiles on site who are equipped with electromagnetic shields. This would give them a significant defensive advantage, so engaging them head-on in a firefight may lead to a prolonged and difficult struggle. If you intend to go on the offensive, consider the properties of your weapons carefully before deciding which ones to bring with you. After you have destroyed all the chiral jammers at the enemy's base, head directly to the Southern Environmental Observatory. A contingent of ghost mechs has been sighted dangerously close to the facility. We need to bring it onto the chiral network before these mechs can get into position and prevent us from doing so. Once you've extended network coverage, the DHV Magellan can move there to provide support. There's no time to waste, Sam.
Wait, what's that there? Where are all these enemies coming from?
more jammers to worry about. Let's head to the Southern Environmental Observatory.
Commencing delivery. delivery. Security measures lifted. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
See that, Sam? Those ghost mechs up ahead haven't noticed we're here. Let's try and keep it that way, shall we?
Hey Sam, it's Tarman. We've almost finished making our adjustments to the DHV Magellan's main cannon. Once you've brought the Southern Environmental Observatory into the chiral network, that region will be within range of our weaponry. So feel free to let us deal with the remaining hostiles over there. Just focus on getting you and your Cupid to the observatory and putting it on the grid ASAP. You can do it.
All these ghost mechs managed to make it this far. The facility is in danger. We need to eliminate them before they attack. Get behind cover! reinforcements. Here they come, Sam. Oh, honestly, Sam, you're incredible. You should be able to connect the facility to the network now.
You're a welcome sight, mate. I'm sure we'd have survived if you hadn't shown up when you did. Let me check your order info. Had a rough go of it, I see. But that's on me for asking too much. You know, I can't imagine what would have happened to this place, and now we can find...
Connection established without issue. That's a relief. Our staff have all been taking shelter underground on account of the emergency situation. But now I think we can relax a little bit. More accurate observations ought to help too. Speaking of which, we've detected abrupt chiral field disruptions in several locations. Indicative of plate gate emergence, I reckon. Keep expanding network coverage and we'll find out soon enough. Unfortunately, though, the tar currents near our facility are still looking awfully rough, so we can't declare our emergency resolved just yet. The DHV Magellan won't be able to join you here either. It's gonna take some work to get to the bottom of this mess. And I'm afraid I can't do much for you given the circumstances. Just know that we're all really grateful. Take care, mate.
Uh-oh! Itarga!
You know, truth be told, I don't really care if you and your crew link up the continent or not.
Sam!
Because I'm here just for one reason.
Sam, get up!
And that's to make you suffer. Can't kill a repatriate for good. But boy, you're about to learn. There's far worse things than dying. So, let's kick it off with some pain. Everlasting flamethrower here has a little bit of an appetite for Kyrit. So, the moment you come back from the seam all covered in the stuff, flames roar to life, the body starts to burn once more. You will writhe in agony. And then you will die. And you'll return once more. Nothing you can do to get you out. It won't be long before the pain becomes more than physical. Y'all caught up now? And that thing and its colorful past? The whole child of a partner who betrayed you once upon a time thing, I mean. Yeah. That's it. Suffer for me, baby. There ain't no turning gazer for you, Sam. No crossing over to the other side. So suffer. Yeah. Suffer. Through the day you were born. I'll stay with you by your side. Close your tired eyes and I'll wait. And soon I'll see your smile in our dream. And and I
என்னடா சாரி ப்ரோ, மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். இப்போதான் பார்த்தேன். நம்ம பால் செத்து செத்து வராப்புல. நம்மளுக்கு சாவே இல்லைன்றதுனால நம்மள அப்படியே உயிரோட எரிச்சிட்டான். எத்தடா நீங்க பீச்சுக்கு வந்துட்டோமா? இல்லை, லாஸ்ட் சீன். ஆமாண்டா, லாஸ்ட் பார்ட் தான். முடிய போகுது. ஐ திங்க் இன்னும் ஒரு கொஞ்சம் நேரம் தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். எல்லாம் வந்துட்டாளுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் இவளுங்க பார்த்து பாருங்க. பாரு பவரா பாரு. வேலை போட்டு இப்படி அடிக்கிறாளுங்க பாரு. சாம் எழுந்துடுறா. தலைவியை சமடி அடிக்கிறானுங்க. சரியான பஞ்சு. போன பாட்டிலே கொண்டு இருக்கணும். தப்பு பண்ணி எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. வந்துட்டானுங்களா இவனுங்க? ஓகே ஓகே. சரியான ஃபைட்ரா பாவி.
Oops. Catch you later.
தப்புச்சிட்டான் இந்த வாட்டியும். சாம் செத்துட்டான்.
Stuck in a loop of death and resurrection. Before his high is completely incinerated, he returns to us. His body is restored for only to be burned again. Don't. Even if you speed up time, the flames won't die.
நெருப்பு அணைக்கவே முடியல.
I don't know what to do.
என்ன பண்ணணும்னு தெரியலையா? ரைனி வந்துட்டான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நினைச்சேன் இவளேதான். வேற லெவலு. கரெக்ட் டைமுக்கு வந்துட்டான். வேற லெவல் மியூசிக். ஆமா, காப்பாத்திட்டாளுங்க. சரியான ஃப்ரேம் எல்லாம் ஒன்றா இருக்காங்க. பர்ஃபெக்ட்.
We've extended chiral network coverage all the way to the Southern Environmental Observatory, and it's all thanks to Sam. His injuries have completely healed too. Deadman, by way of Hartman's Ha, said as much after he finished his examination.
Trust me, Fragile. I'm a doctor, and I know Sam's body better than just about anyone. He's doing fine. No need to worry. Thanks to a healthy dose of Rainey's Corfol, he's as good as new. Or right as rain, as you might say. Even for a repatriate, to die and be resurrected so many times in quick succession, I feared the worst. It's a miracle he made it through.
I'm sorry to say that the tar currents near the Southern Environmental Observatory are still unstable. Consequently, we'll need to keep the DHV Magellan here to defend the facility for the time being. All things considered, paving the way to Terminal Fort Knott is a Herculean task, and Sam's going to have to dig deep to see it done.
Don't worry, Sam's up for the challenge.
Deadman.
Thanks to Tarman and Deadman's efforts, his Ha may have made a full recovery. But the same can't be said of his Ka. And this journey was also meant to give Sam's mind an opportunity to heal. Isn't that right, Fragile? Soon, we'll have linked up our final objective. This will mark the end of our travels together.
Final objective.
Which means the time to have that conversation with Sam is fast approaching. I believe we should tell him sooner rather than later. But what do you think? Well, perhaps I should broach the subject first.
Hey, இருக்கியா?
Something wrong?
Lou's not looking right in there.
Here, show me.
என்கிட்ட எடுத்துட்டு வா. ப்ளூவை காணுமே. BB00.
It's almost like Lou's fading away.
Is that so? And I'd say we're making progress.
I don't understand.
She asked me to help.
What?
Before we set out on our journey together, Fragile, she asked me to help you. To act as your therapist so that you could process the loss of your child. Sam, hear me out. Lou's been gone for a long, long time now.
ஆனாலும் அவளோட
Lou's right here. We just traveled across
மறக்க
Australia
முடியல.
together. I'll show you.
The pod you brought on this journey has been empty.
இந்த போட்டோ நான் எடுக்கவே இல்லையே.
The truth is, I'm the one who's been operating your Odra deck, and it's because of that connection that I was able to share your flashbacks.
ஓகே.
Can you take a picture of us?
அப்புறமா தான் இந்த போட்டோ எடுக்க சொல்லியிருக்கா. ரைட். நானா பார்த்தேன்.
Do you see? Nothing has changed. The pod has always been empty. We decided not to dispute what you said you saw, but to give you the support you needed instead.
இது உள்ள இருந்தது.
In this way, we believed we could help you come to terms with Lou's death.
Wait, what do you mean Lou's death? What are you talking about?
எதை பத்தி பேசுற?
Please understand, Sam.
எல்லாம் உன்னால தான்டி.
We never meant to string you along.
Fragile was only worried about you.
Why am I?
I couldn't stand to leave you there. Broken. I wanted you to live. To move forward.
So from the beginning, we was never there. I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
No, we won't. Lou's gone.
Lou's poita.
And that's that.
Trust me, Sam. We will always be with you, no matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
இப்பதான் நம்மளுக்கு புது ஃபேமிலி வந்துச்சே. Emerald crystal. இன்னும் ஒரு மிஷின் தான் இருக்குதுன்னா முடிய போதா இல்லையான்னு தெரியல. போடுச்சு உண்டுல அடைச்சு. சாம் விடு பார்த்துக்கலாம். நம்மால் நல்லா அழுகுறாப்புல. முடிஞ்சா இல்லை, இன்னும் கனெக்ட் பண்ணல கொஞ்சம். பத்தாவது எபிசோட். இன்னும் 17 எபிசோட் இருக்கு. இப்பதான் 10 வருதா? போடு. Australia is almost completed. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் முடிச்சாச்சு ஆஸ்திரேலியா கனெக்ஷனை. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இருக்கு. Next and final destination.
However, we've run into unforeseen difficulties. Connecting the final node to the network is not going to be as simple as we had hoped. Fortunately, Hartman has a device at his lab that should allow us to resolve this problem. But the DHV Magellan must remain stationed at the Southern Environmental Observatory to defend it from potential threats, meaning we cannot provide you with transport. You've helped us come this far. Too far to give up when we're so close. Sam, you're the only one who can handle this job.
இந்த மாதிரி சொல்லியே எல்லாத்தையும் முடிக்க வச்சிட்டீங்கடா.
Whenever you're ready, access the terminal at Hartman's lab and review the brief for this main order.
So for training, I have to break things. It's okay.
Sam, Tarman here. I want you to take a good
இது என்னது? கைரல் கிறிஸ்டல் பாம். ஓ ஓகே. இவங்க சுட சொன்னா வந்து சுடுவாங்க போல. நான் எங்க போனோம்? ஹெட்மேன்ஸ் லேபுக்கு போகணுமா? போயிட்டா போகுது. இப்போ கராஜிலேருந்து பைக் எடுப்போம்.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter. Commencing route creation. Delivery. Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds. Disengaging weapon.
Stretch my legs.
ஒரே ஜம்ப் இங்கேருந்து அங்கே.
I see you came here by way of the transponder set. That's good thinking. It's a rather quick and efficient way to get from point A to point B, isn't it? For my part, I'll have a crack at assessing several potential routes for your next main order. We can discuss them when we take a look at the map later on. As for the cargo, I'll let Charlie tell you all about it.
Sam, this is Charlie. Network infrastructure between the Southern Environmental Observatory and Terminal Fort Knott has been disabled for reasons unknown, though we strongly suspect Ghostmech's sabotage is to blame. To address this, we've decided to reroute network traffic through the S7 North Distribution Center. However, the distance is too great for us to establish a direct connection at this time. That being the case, we'll need to utilize the way stations situated between the two sites. The device required to activate them is stored at this facility. Collect it before embarking on your journey to the distribution center.
Okay.
You know what to do, Sam. We'll rendezvous on site later.
Listen up, Sam. The F7 North Distribution Center is a long ways away. And by my reckoning, there's a number of different viable routes. The shortest, most direct path would involve you cutting through the snowy mountains. A dangerous proposition to say the least. You might find zip lines, ladders, and other structures en route to make your life a little easier. But without those conveniences, you'll need to make that deadly trek the hard way. If you're still keen, make sure you pack all the mountain climbing essentials and then some.
Baida Ravi.
You could
Group
forego
add
the
பண்ணிட்டேன் பாரு.
mountain route and circle round to take advantage of the roads to the east. Though if they're still in disrepair, or there aren't any bridges or other structures available, you'll need to come prepared to put in some work. Finally, heading west around the mountains would mean retracing your steps and going back the way you came. A fair few porters have already made use of that route since you paved the way. I imagine you'll find it easier going than the first time through. That route will also bring you close to the monorail. Get it up and running, and you can catch a ride too. Ultimately though, the route you take and the methods you utilize are entirely up to you. So take a moment to weigh your options and prepare as you deem fit.
Order accepted. Thank you. That's the spirit.
என்ன சப்பையா முடிஞ்சு.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
எங்க காணோம். ஓகே எஃப்சானுக்கு போகலாம். எதுவும் இல்லையே. இங்க பிரைவேட் லாக்கரே காணோம். அங்க இருந்து டெலிவரி எடுக்கிறது.
Commencing route creation. Delivering. Now entering chiral network coverage. station. Delivery.
Must be new territory.
Route create delivery route.
Hey, Sam!
boy. That must hurt.
ஓகே ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், நான் லைவை வந்து இதோட ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். பெரிய வைட் அவுட் நடந்துச்சு. இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம வந்து அடுத்த லைவில் பார்த்துக்கலாம். பாய்.